And this is what's crazy with urges is that, the bowel literally gets, one urge and you better go. Otherwise, you're going to take fecal matter back up into the neighborhood. But the bladder actually gets three signals. The bladder is 50 to 60% full, first signal, second signal, 60 to 70% full. The third signal, baby, you better go. The bladder usually has the pliability to hold 2 to 4 hours worth of urine. And remember, that muscle of the bladder is called the detrusor muscle, and it's pliable, it's flexible. It should be able to hold that much. So if you're going to the bathroom 8-10 times a day, in the day, you are going to the bathroom too many times. Because that bladder should be pliable enough. And think of it, the bladder's no different than the bowel. With the bladder, if I all of a sudden say, oh, every bathroom I see all the way around town, I'm going to go in because just in case is not a reason for you to go to the bathroom with your bladder. Just in case, it is not. If I start going to the bathroom every time my bladder gives me a signal, my bladder will actually shrink. So the detrusor muscle, it's a smooth muscle, it will actually shrink in size because I'm not using it to its full ability or its full capacity. So the detrusor muscle will just get smaller and smaller and smaller. And people will say to me, oh, I've always had a small bladder. I'm like, no, you haven't always had a small bladder. You trained your bladder what you wanted it to do. So what you would do is that if you're afraid and you're thinking, oh, just in case, you actually say to yourself, oh, well, when did I go to the bathroom last time? Oh, I went to the bathroom, 45 minutes ago. Well, I don't have to go again if I just went 45 minutes ago. I can wait 5 or 10 minutes. I can see how I do. We call them urge suppression techniques. We do little things like, sing a song, tap our foot, try to do other things to see if we can avert our attention away from, the bladder actually saying, oh, I've got to do that and I have to do it right now. So those urge suppression techniques actually help retrain a system, right? So that system can become what? More efficient in its response pattern. And it knows, oh, I can go 2 to 4 hours, no problem. And this is what I mean about actually training the bowel and the bladder. We have to teach it what we want it to do. It's so efficient and it will listen to us, but we are in charge in our brain of the bowel and bladder and sexual health, right? We teach it what we want. So we program our body. And if we program it wrong, it becomes dysfunctional.